Harvick is the newest winner.
It's the end of the story.
Kevin Harvick takes the inaugural Tropicana 400 in Chicagoland.
Most of the time, people don't get to write the end of the story.
The California kid, Kevin Harvick, wins the 10th Brickyard 400.
Usually, the story is written for them. And that is not the way that I wanted it to end. I race because I love it. Racing is something that you have to have a passion for to be good at it. It's not something that you can do part-time and make a living. It's something that you have to make a lifestyle out of.
What a weekend for that guy. What a finish for Kevin Harvick. 29 car, you got him, buddy. They're side by side, right to the line.
Good job, Kevin Harvick has done it at Bristol, wins at the Glen, sweeps at Richmond.
A dominating performance.
Great job. How about that?
Total domination yet again for Kevin Harvick.
I started racing when I was a kid. In the beginning, when you're doing this for a hobby, it really is for the love of racing. As it becomes a job, it's still for the love of racing, but racing has given you a life and a career and an income and everything that comes with a job to be able to live on a daily basis and put food on the table. That love of racing and the enjoyment that comes with the race team that I have and the people that I'm around is really what I enjoy the most. I enjoy being around my team. I enjoy that thought process that comes with putting the parts and pieces and everything together. It's really not just about driving the car. It was important to be able to let the fans come to one last race. Take those moments in and tell those stories of the success that you had at each individual racetrack.
The car that Kevin Harvick won here in Atlanta.
That was certainly goosebump time.
The first win at Atlanta was the biggest moment in my career. The moment that you didn't really expect, your biggest press conference.
Dale Earnhardt was probably the best race car driver there ever is going to be in NASCAR. Nobody will ever replace him.
Your biggest win, and it was your biggest year. A lot of people wouldn't understand how you could put that in front of your championship season.
He's going to do it. He's going to win the race and the NASCAR Sprint Cup Championship. California's Kevin Harvick does it.
At RCR at that particular time, you really understood just how big of a superstar Dale Earnhardt was. It could have gone a couple of different ways. It could have been the end of my career.
Jeff Gordon's going to give it all he's got. He's going to try to get down under him. Harvick by inches.
Winning the race and having everything happen the way that it happened really led to where we sit today. My philosophy is probably a little bit different than most. I feel like everything that you do in your life affects what you do when you plug yourself into that car and what your mindset is. And I think you have to be able to have your circle of life in balance as much as possible in order to get the most out of yourself. I love what I do, but I could have retired 5 or 6 years ago and been perfectly happy with everything that I did.
60 career wins for Kevin Harvick.
Keelan's Racing has refired that love of racing more than anything. It really reminded me why you did this. Seeing that passion and that excitement to be at the racetrack and feeling that again really motivated me through the last 5 or 6 years of my career. He's been around the sport as long as he's been alive. For me to be able to share that with him and be able to bring Piper into that fold, To have both my kids around and be able to share my job with them is unique.
No pressure for the number 4.
He's going to cruise to an easy win.
Harvick wins at Texas.
And Kevin Harvick is going to be the winner.
With Mobil, it's much different than other brands that come into the sport because they are so committed to their product to do the things that they need to do to make it better year after year after year. It is something that is truly a part of our race team and has helped us through the years win races and be competitive.
Kevin Harvick, he's a future Hall of Famer.
For me, I've had a lot of great advice through the years leading up to this particular moment. You know, you spend so much time trying to do everything as correctly as possible throughout your career to get better and better and better and better. But really the end is the thing that tells most of the story. How you leave for me was very important. I didn't want to be flopping around in the back of the pack and not be competitive and not doing the things that we'd done for what will be 23 years at the end of this season. What we've laid out for this year, it's allowed us to be competitive on the racetrack, it's allowed us to celebrate with the race fans, it's allowed us to have some great helmets and paint schemes and really tell a story of the last 30 years of my career. For me, racing is life. Everything that we've done has been planned around racing.
Looking back, nobody had any idea what type of career this would have been for Kevin Harvick.
It finally feels like you made it because you can write the whole book and then close it. You finally feel like you've achieved the whole picture.